Hey Leo, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be your reading for the second half of December. Please keep in mind, these are general readings, so just take messages that might resonate for you. Leave the rest behind. I do offer personal readings. If you are interested, you can contact me below in the description box. My email is located there. And thank you, Leo, in advance, everybody, for all of your likes, your shares, your comments, your contributions, donations to the channel. I really do appreciate that, so thank you so much. All right, let's see what messages are coming in for Leo, second half of December. What is going on for Leo, please? Temperance, which is Sagittarius. We are in Sagittarius season. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius, but let's see what that's all about. So Leo, it's you're really trying right now to get past something in your life, to move on from something, someone, a situation, a place, person, or thing. I feel like you are, but it's taking you a long time. Your patience is being tested right now. Part of this as well with the temperance is about our healing, and some of you are feeling stuck, or that you're making progress, but something isn't really, completely leaving you, or it still kind of follows you a little bit. Something kind of feels in here, this energy that it's like, I'm making progress, but something's following me behind. I still feel stuck in one area. It's kind of like, I don't know, I can't give an example, but I feel like that could relate to some of you in terms of healing in your life, okay? Where it's like, you're fixing one thing, but something else seems to linger. Something is sitting there and holding you back. Patience is important right now, and I know that's an easy thing to say for some, and it's harder to practice, but temperance is about trying to allow things to go with the flow, to allow things to just let them take their course of action and let them do what needs to be done. You can only do so much at this time, Leo. You can try to gain as much clarity and calm in your life and try to move past the struggles or the things that are holding you back. But sometimes life has the path cut out for you on its terms, on its time. So I do encourage here to keep doing and moving through, the calmest place that you can get into your life. Try everything that you can to unstick this hangman energy, to sort of make your way through. But your patience is being tested, and just know that time will show you why things unfold a certain way, why things sometimes take longer than others, and why it sort of makes us, it's almost like life is sort of making you sit in your stuff because it wants you to really learn the lesson, or it wants you to really recognize like what you are grateful for, what know that, okay, I got the lesson. I figured it out. I understand now. Let me move on. You've sort of sat in it long enough to really count your blessings or have your gratitude there so that you can move forward into what you really want. So I see this as like, yes, it can be difficult, but it's also kind of teaching you a sense of patience and healing in that process. Regardless, you're making progress. Six of Swords. Regardless, you're moving past something, you're leaving certain things behind, and you're getting to where you need to go. It's just that it's almost like life is making you take the hard way or the long way right now. That's what it is. Yeah, Chariot. See? You are moving on your path. You can only move forward, okay? Continue to do that. Continue to move forward down your path, your goal. Keep sort of focused on where you need to be, where you want to be. Sometimes it's just taking a longer time. We want things to be done now, Especially if it comes to healing, guys. Many of you have seen my live, which I share my whole healing journey and my life around serious health problems. And sometimes it's like, wow, it took me 10 years. I was hoping for 10 weeks. Not so. So sometimes things take longer than we want, but it taught me a lot and it teaches us things. Queen of Wands, yeah, see, you're eager. There's an eagerness here. There's things that you've got to get done in life. I feel like you're also gaining a lot of confidence here. And I think you start to know where it is that you want to put your priorities, what it is that you're building up a lot of resilience. You're building up a lot of resilience and confidence. I think you know as well that you're very much capable of accomplishing a lot of things in life due to this situation that has, like I said, it's taking you down the long road. It's taking you down the hard way. But you are so determined, Leo, with this Queen of Wands and the Chariot to get your health in order, get to your place in life that you want to be in. Okay. I feel like what I'm getting is that you're learning a lot about resiliency and sort of patience. And it's like nothing's going to hold you back. It might slow me down, but I am not going to be stopped in my tracks, or I won't be held back. You're just going to be slowed down and challenged. But you have so much will, the strong will, the determined will, that fire in you to push through. Okay. You have quite a few major arcanas at this time in the deck, which is the Temperance, the Hangman, and the Chariot. Chariot is Cancer energy, Temperance is Sagittarius. That I feel like these are quite important lessons and they're quite important milestones or significant scenarios taking place in your life. So this is why it's difficult, because it's like, this means a lot to me, or this is a big deal. This isn't dealing with a little scratch. This is something, if it is health or healing in your life, it's quite significant. And if it's anything else for others of you, it feels like fairly large scenarios within your life. Yeah, the Emperor. Okay. Some of you have had to put your life on hold. You've had to step back. You've had to step down, possibly from something in work. You've had to maybe take time out. A lot of you, but it doesn't, I feel like you'll always be who you are, Leo. You'll always be the character, and the strengths that you embody do not exit you just because you don't have, or you've lost a bit of time, or you've lost a bit of capacity or capability. It doesn't mean you still don't have who you are. Like, it doesn't leave you. The wisdom, the knowledge, or the strengths, the information and the skills that you have don't disappear. You might have gone through some challenges in your life, or something has caused you to be held back. But I feel like, don't lose your sense of knowing that, like, you still have what it is that you possess in your strengths. Very, very strong, determined will here. Very strong. That's why I'm saying that your patience is being tested, because you're used to driving forward very strong and, determined accomplishments, things like that, building up something in your life, but you were set back. I'm getting also something around building. So maybe it's physical, like you were building a house, let's say, and you were like, I'm slated to have this thing done by June 1st. And now I'm like, I haven't even dug the foundation, and we're in December, going into January. Something's held you back from building up your castle in life, your wealth, your success. Something has held you back. It could even be something around education where you had to pass an exam and you had to rewrite it. So you're set back again, okay? Again, you do have the High Priestess here. You have a lot of teachable moments and a lot of teachable energy here with these cards, but I also see that, like, maybe you're used to knowing everything, or used to finding the answers to everything in life. It's like you always find an answer. Right now, you're not given an answer. You're not given a reason. You're just, all you know is that it's not going forward, or it's not taking place on your terms. The high priestess sometimes will just take a step back, have a little bit of reflection on the situation, review it from a distance, and intuitively it's going to show you what the answers are, what is supposed to happen here. You'll get a sense of clarity. I feel like what you'll also receive here, Leo, is like you'll find peace of mind within this situation that could have really, like I said, tested you. It's been a bit of a test. There's something here where you're saying, okay, well, I'm going to have to find peace in this situation. I don't know the answer or the solution, but there's a solution to every problem. There's a solution to everything here. So stop and pause and see if you can sort of understand from from a reflective point of view. I'm going to get another card here. I want to clarify these two. You got a lot of major arcana. So this is something quite significant, to say the least. Tell me about the high priestess. Four of Swords. Yeah. This is a card of saying, you know what? This is getting exhausting. You could burn yourself out looking for an answer, or burn yourself out, running around in circles trying to, it's like take charge of a situation, trying to manipulate the outcome, trying to, I'm going to find an answer myself. I'll do it myself if I have to. And something is not letting you do this. Again, it's that taking a rest. I was just saying that with the high priestess. Step back, take a breather, take a rest. The Four of Swords is going to allow you to rejuvenate some of your energy, because some of you could be getting into a place of burnout if you continue to push hard. So you're pushing very, very hard in life, but you could be counterproductive by doing that. It could be counterproductive in your healing process. It's kind of like when we overtrain at the gym. If you overtrain because you're trying to get built or bigger or stronger, you can actually damage or exhaust your muscles. You can cause like atrophy in a way where you exhaust things, or you're not building anything. You create a lot of cortisol. You create a lot of like the wrong kind of weight gain. So there's a thing here about rest is very important, because you're pushing to the point of exhaustion, trying to find the outcome, the answer. You could be getting a little confrontational, because I was saying earlier, like your patience is being tested and now you're getting testy. So you could be pushing the bar, the envelope, where you're like getting in front of people, or they're getting in front of you. It's like I demand an answer. It could be a bit demanding on yourself, ultimately on yourself, possibly others. I can relate to that with this Emperor, because it's Aries. I'm an Aries moon. Okay, we can get really riled up because our emotions are like, I want like now kind of energy. I want to like it gets revved up. Some of you could have Aries moon in your charts, but that Emperor is Aries. It's fiery. You want things done yesterday. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to bring these cards out because they're kind of telling a little bit of a story here. In closing, Virgo, Hermit, the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Some of you don't walk away easily from situations, okay? You just don't give up. It's like pit bull energy. They grab and they hang on and they do not let go, okay? That's their reputation. Not all pit bulls are like, I'm not demonizing them or anything, but it's like you just do not walk away from situations very easily. It's difficult for you to walk away in peace. Because I see this Ten of Swords. You're like, I'm going in for the kill. I'm going in right to the very end. You're going to have to take me out. You're going to have to drag me out of here. I don't give up. So, kudos to you, Leo, for having that courage, that strength, and saying, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. However, when I see the Hermit card here, it's kind of like, you have a lot of cards here of sometimes we have to learn to just peacefully walk away. I think I just put a post out about that. peacefully walk away from situations. Sometimes we have to step back, maybe put ourselves in the other situation's shoes, and sort of reflect on what it is we're doing. Take a look at ourselves from another perspective and be like, wow, I am being very aggressive, or I am being very demanding. The hermit has a lot of his answers. Okay. He takes time to himself. He reflects, he goes inward and contemplate. So what I'm saying here is less projection and more introspection. Less projection, less going out there and projecting our stuff and demands and things like that. Pushing ourselves. A lot of you are maybe doing this because you were raised, or you were, could be from the father energy, emperor. You were raised a certain way, never quit. I want A+ all the way. You got to be the best. You got to be at the top of the thing. And we push ourselves. We can become perfectionists. We can become very demanding because we have an expectation that we feel if we fail or we don't meet, we failed ourselves and other people. But really, there's something here to be said about just taking that time to maybe say, let me go within, maybe get some meditation in your practice of your life with the hermit, and think about where the big picture of your life, and where do you see this really changing things in the end? How much is that really going to change? Is that really going to affect my whole long-term goal or my whole long-term life? So I feel like some things it does, maybe some things it doesn't, but sometimes we have to learn to quietly and humbly walk away, think about our actions, think about our life, and think about how we approach things, because the hermit takes some time out and he does a lot of contemplation, introspection, self-reflection, and he starts to, understand how he sees himself in the future, what you see your path as. And maybe there's another way of doing things. Maybe we have to grow and change if we're meeting a lot of resistance in our life. There's that opposing energy that's, what we put out is just as opposing you and is pushing you. So there might be a little bit of the temperance energy here about saying, let's compromise a little bit more. Let's try to negotiate more, try to be a little more fair, maybe be a little more letting go of things, not gripping on to every single detail in life or situation, and just saying, yeah, easy peasy, easy come, easy go. You want to take a little bigger piece of the pie? That's cool. I'll take the smaller piece. It's all good. There's that thing. So I think this is a bit of a humbling of the situation that you're contending with or dealing with. And try not to put too much pressure on yourself to be at the top of your game or at the quickest, you have to heal the fastest, or, step aside and just walk away from things. Sometimes it might change things for you if it's possible. All right, enough of that. Let's get into your the wisdom of the Tao message. Let me just see what this message says. Excuse me. Let's see. What is the message for Leo? Enact new strategies. Never employ tactics that have failed you once before. If you are not moving forward, you are moving backwards. In procrastination, you forfeit opportunities. When your inspiration strikes, act decisively. I think that's fairly self-explanatory. You may have to, like I said, this is sort of saying enact new strategies, new ways of approaching life or situations in your life. Because maybe what you're doing it's failing you. Maybe this approach, maybe there's a high demand, there's something there that's failing you. So it might be a time to reflect. I think reflecting on your strategies, Leo. I hope this reading helps you guys. If it does, please hit the like, share, subscribe, share your comments. I appreciate that. I want to wish you guys a great day, and I'll see you soon. Take care, Leo.